Other interesting political news, you have California wanting to tax you 3 cents for every mile you drive because you're not taxed enough. You just have too much money. Even though the federal government takes 40% of your income, California takes up to 13% of your income. Then you have, property tax, you got alcohol tax, tobacco tax, internet tax, water tax. What else? You got sales tax is another big one, inheritance tax, estate tax, capital gains tax. At the end of the day, it's kind of depressing to think of every dollar we earn, how much do we really get to keep? Pretty disgusting when you think about it, but nevertheless, California, of course, needs money because everyone is leaving, which is a almost impressive amount of ineptitude from a political perspective. One of the most beautiful states, at least physically, before people crapped in the streets in San Francisco because of the cultural decay. It used to be one of the most beautiful places ever, and the policies are so bad, people are leaving. Also, the gasoline tax in California. Interesting enough, it's actually not the highest. That goes to Pennsylvania, but because of the requirements, California has to have their own special gasoline, to their own special standards, which there's a duopoly. I think there's only 2 refineries in the state that can do it to their standards. Well, because of that, gasoline is $5, $6, $7 a gallon. So I can't imagine making enough money to live there. But nevertheless, this comes from us thanks to End Wokeness on X Twitter. He says, Getro State is considering a 3-cent tax for every mile you drive. And this comes to us, it looks like it was really about 1:07 recording from NBC. Go ahead and play that for New York Minute here.
With more than 30 million registered passenger vehicles in California, the state says it shells out more than $8 billion a year to maintain the roads those cars drive on. Much of that.
Yeah, but thinking nice, juicy union contracts. How effective is it really being done? Can't but notice, Germany made the Autobahn like more than half a century ago. Still works pretty damn well. And the roads in the United States continue to crumble like the Roman Empire. And it's a friendly daily reminder to think about the parallels of those two once great nations.
Cost is paid from money collected here at the pump from gas taxes. But because so many Californians.
Looks like this, it says $5.09 and 9 cents. $5.09 and 9 cents per gallon for regular gas in California. I have some friends and colleagues, or I guess tech partners that live over there. They say it's $6, $7 in some areas for a gallon.
So many Californians now own electric vehicles. The gas tax money is starting to dry up.
Potentially 10 years from now, we'll see a $4.4 billion loss in revenue because of these issues.
Which is why Caltrans wants to instead charge drivers per mile and is now enrolling people in a 6-month pilot program to test out the concept.
And what's unique about this pilot is this time we'll be collecting actual revenue from participants.
So why would you participate in a program that charges you about 3 cents for every mile you drive? Caltrans says it will waive gas tax fees and give participants up to $400. Drivers would track their miles by taking a photo of their odometer or using a transponder placed in their car. But some have big concerns about being tracked.
I mean, spoiler alert, the car companies are giving away your data for free to these governments because they have no spines, and same with your phone. But yeah, one of those things where the government will always find a way to take more money. So it's funny, when EVs first came out, everyone was like, oh yeah, you're going to save so much money because you don't have to buy gas. I mean, it'll be so much better. Until you have to pay $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to replace the battery, you only have one company to work on it, maintain it, and yeah, you're locked in. But nevertheless, people love EVs. And this pretty viral, got 1.4 million views and 9.6 thousand likes, which, yeah, I would never be enrolled to this program. Granted, I also never lived there. Like, yeah. Disgusting to say the least. Now, End Wokeness responded, correcting a typo, so it is, in fact, 3 cents per gallon. He fixed it up top. Tom World says, California, getting 1.1 thousand likes. Paul Zupa says, California, because they need to make up for the tax dollars losing by residents leaving. Just think about it. California is losing $75,000 or 75,000 residents per year, even though it has tons of illegals that are invading. It's safe to say that a lot of people are leaving our taxpayers. California is broke, getting 294 likes, which, yeah, there's not a lot of businesses or people moving to California that I know of. The capitalist Mike says, the fascist state is a picture of Gavin Newsom. Oh, he is. I almost couldn't tell. He's actually wearing makeup to look like the Joker. That got 110 likes. Libercat Media TM says 101% has to be California, the most heavily trafficked state in the country. Stop voting for Democrats. And this picture of Smokey the Bear Let's see if I can attempt. It might be a futile attempt. We'll make an attempt to be the. Is it Smokey the Bear? Only you can prevent Democrats from turning your state into California. It's not perhaps not the worst impression all year. They got 349 likes, which, yeah. The joke in Texas is we welcome everyone. Just remember why you left your area to come here. They got 335 likes again. Nick Sorter says, and how are you going to enforce this? Install a tracker in your vehicle? That's what's coming, which, yes, and depressingly enough, in many instances, there are already trackers. Whether how quickly it's transmitted to the government is perhaps the variable. They got 810 likes. Eric Garland press release parody says literally and says what liberals do to every city and state they govern. Looks like Gavin Newsom in a wasteland or something. There's probably some pop culture reference I don't understand. They got 261 likes. Desiree says California is a funny one. It's New York Post and says California mocked over $11 billion high rate rail bridge nowhere that took 9 years to build, which is a perfect metaphor for the ineptitudes of California. Well, I should specify the public sector in California. I got 140 likes. America at AF says China, I mean California, getting 261 likes. Let's see here. David the Meme Smith says, thus the end of freedom and mobility. And with someone with a protective mask saying, how could people allow it to get to this point? Is reading Germany 1933, 1945. Got 475 likes. Plano Memes gets an A+. He responded in meme form. Usually it's a 50-50 shot. And he says, and that's why Gavin Newsom wins this award every year. It's Gavin Newsom and says U-Haul Employee of the Year, getting 492 likes, which he is, quite literally. It's one of those instances where so many people are leaving California, they ran out of U-Haul trucks, which had never happened before. Because again, no one's moved, like, how many, I don't know anyone who's moved to California in the past 5-10 years. A lot of people are leaving. See, scrolling down more and more. Gunther Eagleman says CA, LOL, getting 141 likes. Greg Mariano says, guess your steak can suck every inch of my private park, getting 308 likes. Merck says, good old commie California, says California 2035, and he has a Tesla plugged into a gas generator, which they're making gas cars illegal by 2035. Also, lawnmowers, generators, pretty much so you'll be completely dependent on the system. Yeah, not good news for freedom. I got 91 likes. See here. Trying to see if there's any contrarian statements. Florida 1 says, leave it to Newsom to find a new way to tax residents as they lose reasons to buy an EV. What about all those without EVs? Getting 16 likes. So not a lot of support. Well, again, there's probably a lot of support in terms of people are voting for this. So you get what you vote for, usually. So, yeah, it's one of those things where, oh, wait a minute, is this a contrarian statement? Maybe. No, not too much. Yeah. So are you surprised at this? I mean, when it comes to increasing tax rates or, increasing how much money they steal, I mean, tax from us, unfortunately, I can't help but think, yeah, it's probably going to be put into law. They're calling it like a beta test. You're going to temporary, try it out. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Is this yet another reason to leave California? Have you ever contemplated moving to California the past couple years? As always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.